Hello, folks. This is Brandon Chapman with you. TheoTRADE video for Monday, February 9th, 2026. And, the S&P is inching higher today. I see inching. We're at 0.57%. But initially, we kind of gapped slightly lower in the open. And we've kind of rallied throughout the course of the trading day. And we're back up against recent highs at around that kind of 7,000 level. What's next? We've been here once. We've been here twice. Now this is the third time. We look at the VIX again. The VIX is kind of dropping slightly back to 17.31. We're not back at 12 or 13 again. As we look at the ratio of 3-month to 1-month volatility, getting a sense of what volatility expectations are, we're picking up a little bit today. We're not quite up here to that extreme where the 3-month VIX is 20% higher than the spot VIX, but we're getting there as the VIX is declining. But the fact of the matter is, we never really saw much of a decline last week. Are we really primed to go back to new highs again in the S&P before we go lower? That's a question we'll have to kind of figure out here. As we look at hedging activity through skew, we ticked higher on Friday to about 140. Anything north of 130 is pretty high. Just shows a pretty high degree of hedging still remains, despite the fact we did get a decent pop in the VIX as institutions were scrambling to maybe buy a little bit of put protection into the selling last week. So while the market may be poised to tick lower here, it's not a certainty. And what we have seen just anecdotally is that there's been a decent amount of short interest that's been built in recent weeks again. And boy, if there is going to be a catalyst to drive the market higher, it's going to be on the back of higher short interest stocks, so-called the short squeeze. And that's one of the big things we actually do in Ghost Prints. We identify companies that have squeeze potential. In fact, I have an indicator called the squeeze bar that helps you identify that quickly and scan for it, coupled with large option trades. Now, last Friday, it was IREN. IREN's a data center stock, right? It's not loved. We saw a pretty big sell-off here from 65 down close to 36.5. And Friday, we had the earnings come out, drop. Earnings weren't great. These are data centers. You think you're really going to make money in a data center? Not right now. But the fact is that we saw on Friday as the price was holding on and we began to see a little bit of a short squeeze forming, IREN had some significant call option activity. So I'm going to share with you kind of what happened on Friday in the Ghost Print surveillance console. I actually got it kind of set apart right now for just looking for those kind of squeezes. But if we go back to Friday, and it's going to load the alert here, we're going to be able to see, again, what happened in IREN. You can see all of the prints that occurred on Friday. You can scan in looking at the past and all that good stuff. But I'm going to type in IREN here. Now, when IREN comes up, you'll see there's a number of different trades in here, but a lot of these were sold. I only care about stuff that's being bought. So if we take away the bid, we have 3 call options traded at or near the ask. And the one I kind of really centered on was this 45 call for February 13th. Why? Because, and we'll also get the February 13th 46. Both of these were actually pretty significant. We look at the 46 strike, and I'll just kind of sort this or pre-screen it. 4,799 contracts were traded in one trade last Friday. Bought. They're buying calls because they think it's going up. This helps create a gamma squeeze that can fuel a short squeeze. Then we look right here at the 45 strike. Again, we'll just kind of screen it for 100 plus, right? This one was more of a mixed trade throughout the course of the trade. No real large trades in there as we kind of just traded throughout. That was what I wanted to talk about. The 46 strike for February 13th. So now what do we have? We have a symbol, IREN, direction up because they're buying calls, and the 46 strike by this week's expiration. Well, let's take a look at the chart right now in IREN. Well, we reached 46 today. Now that does create also a gamma level, a level where if we start to break through 46, it can help propel the stock. Because if somebody's buying 4,800 contracts in one trade, guess who's selling it? The market maker. The market maker has to hedge. And so the idea is that $46 does create a level which helps pressure the price. It's exactly where we're kind of trading at the moment, right? We broke through 44 here. We tested 46. We're backing off at the moment. But again, this may have a lot more legs. Why? Well, let's go back to the console here. And as we look, you'll see this has 3 squeeze bars. So what happens is I take the option information, in this case, 19% of the float shorted. The short ratio is 1.58 days. Not extraordinary, but that's a very high level of short interest. If we get a short squeeze, you would expect IREN just by itself to potentially go higher. But when you get the call option buying, creating a gamma squeeze, those short squeeze, this is why you can see significant moves like we're seeing in IREN today. And 11%, it may not be done. I've got a spread trade on it. We're through this spread. We're above 46, but it's about 31%. We get up here towards 49. I'll be able to easily get out at 70%. We'll see if we can whether that can happen tomorrow. But the idea is this created the conditions on Friday for the data center types companies. Now let's fast forward to today. Okay. So I'm going to change this to the 9th. We're going to look at it and say, okay, well, what's going on today? We'll focus on stuff that is short interest focused, that have that kind of gamma squeeze, those short squeeze here. And an IREN today, there's a number of trades going to IREN. We're going to focus on a different one. Sorry, I'm waiting for the alerts to load there. Sorry. Take this one off. And for this one, I'm going to look at calls, right? I want to focus on stuff that's being bought. I don't care if it's trading at the bid or near the bid or at the mid, right? I want to see stuff that's being bought today. I want to see stuff that has squeeze potential. I want to do 3 bars or more. Okay, this kind of characterizes the entirety of the short interest ratio, the potential for a squeeze. And then volume by ratio, I'm going to go 1.2. I want to see stuff that has, again, largely likely opening type interest. And let's go vol alert today. And notice we got cores at the top of the list, 15,000 contracts. Well, what do they do? What do they trade, right? Let's look at it. 100 plus, we'll filter it. Someone bought 12,000 contracts and the same time 1,500. Again, another same time 1,500 contracts. Someone bought 15,000 contracts of the 23 strike on cores. And if I want to take a look at all the trading cores, just sum it all up, come here cores, there's 3 other trades. One is a spread trade, traded at the exact same time. In this case, buying the 19 and selling the 23. We have 2 different trades in cores today that are pointing to $23 as a target price relatively quickly. When's the expiration? We're looking at March 20, March 6th. So what, 23 by March 6th? Let's go to cores here. Now, cores obviously being bought by Coreweave. It's kind of tied to that. But $23 gets back to the prior high back here, doesn't it? Do you think that's just picked out of pie in the sky, willy-nilly? Now, there is an earnings on this one. $23 is a decent amount out of the money. But to be honest, that was not the only trades going on here. Reset all filters. We'll type in cores and we'll just focus on stuff. Again, there's some other stuff dabbled in here as well. And we'll take out anything at the mid or below. This is the stuff that's being bought. A little bit of spread trading here. And buying a spread, buying the 18, buying the 23, 19. That was all trade. No, sorry, the buying puts is this different spread there. But the point is that what we're seeing is there's an upside bias to $23. Now, you may not like it because the earnings are coming up. But again, this is just part of that space and the potential short squeeze that we're seeing right now, right? Maybe IREN's a little better. They just got done with their earnings. Again, we're looking at just this drop from that point to that point. You're looking for a 50 to 61% retracement, just taking it from the high back to the low here. Again, $53 would not be unreasonable. And boy, you break 53, we're expecting to go back to 63. So right now at the 46 strike, this is going to be a catalyst. It's going to help create a gamma squeeze. If we can break 46 and stay above it, this will help pressure it to maybe get back to 53. That could happen by tomorrow. Break that, we may go in 64. This could create a big move in a stock that may not be great fundamentally, but that's not the catalyst. If we're focusing on the chart, if we're focusing on the fundamentals, that's not driving it. It's the shorts, and the catalyst is the option activity that's moving cores and IREN today. So wanting to identify more of those types of opportunities is going to be an important point if you expect the market to go higher. And again, using the Ghost Prince console here, this is a really easy thing to accomplish, to identify where the pressure is in the market. It's simple and makes it actionable. You get a symbol, direction, target, and time frame. And again, we just look for stuff that has a higher squeeze bar, 3 more. And all of a sudden what happens? We took 1,398 pre-screen candidates. We nailed it down to 44. And the stuff that has the highest squeeze potential of 4 bars right now: Wolf, HIMS, FUBO, APLD, EOSE. Again, that's back in that space there. You can look at what's seeing the most volume for today. RIG. Boy, that's energy. 28,000 contracts, high short interest stock, energy. You look in here again, you'll see again, all the stuff in green is being bought at the ask. The other stuff is being sold at the bid. You kind of see a conglomeration, mostly bought today in RIG. And that's come on the heels of activity last week. SPCE, a couple of different trades in that one. Cores, Wolf, again, cryptocurrency, SPCE, ENVX. These are all areas we're seeing long call activity. Rumble today. Rumble's another one, right? Higher short interest stock. You click on this bar right here, 5.6% of the flow shorted, but 7.61 days. That's extreme. Okay, that's extreme, which means, hey, 19 million shares. The volume cannot handle any short of short squeeze with a float of 140 million. So 5 points is not as high as others, but the short ratio is. So again, the squeeze potential and Rumble, entirely different kind of stock here, but social media, but again, could have significant squeeze potential to the upside. You're seeing that happen today. Could we get back to 8? Definitely that's a possibility. Well, folks, we'll kind of wrap up the video there. Catch you back next week. But again, if you're going to be bullish, you may want to take some swings. How are you going to take swings in the market right now? You're probably going to take it with higher short interest stocks where we're seeing long call activity, and the Ghost Print Surveillance Consoles will be the easiest way to identify those potential candidates. Anyway, catch you back next week. Thank you.